Good morning, Kentuckiana. It's 6 a.m. here on your Thursday. I'm Grace McKenna. Jim's out on a fun assignment today. That is, of course, the opening of the Kentucky Derby Festival's Festiville in just a couple of hours. And Julie, it's something that I know a lot of people are going to be flocking down to the waterfront for and hoping for good weather over the course of the next couple of weeks.
Weekend looks pretty good. Now today we could get some scattered showers late afternoon, but I don't think it's going to be anything to ruin your plans out there. So 63 degrees out of the airport with some light winds right now, but on the humid side at 60%. We are looking at the clouds being on the rise throughout the day today. A stray shower or two possible maybe around lunchtime, and then some scattered showers possible once we get into the mid-afternoon to early evening hours. But I think a lot of that energy is going to be off to our south. It's not going to be anything to cancel your plans over. And then mostly cloudy skies by the time we do hit around 8 or 9 o'clock this evening. Looking at Futurecast to give us an idea of what to expect in terms of timing. This is a look at 1 p.m. We'll notice a few blips of green on the radar, noticing a couple of showers they're picking up on here, and then maybe some more showers coming in around 4:30, 5 o'clock. A lot of this is going to be off to our south and southeast, scattered in nature, nothing organized, and then we do remain cloudy as we head into the late night and overnight hours. The better rain chances really come here on Friday. That's when we're going to be looking at kind of scattered showers off and on all day long. No severe weather, however, it will be a bit more wet. We have a 90% chance of rain on Friday into Saturday early morning, then we do clear things out. So for the Great Balloon Glow tonight at 9 p.m., just want to grab maybe a light jacket. It's going to be actually pretty warm, around 70 degrees. Could see a stray sprinkle or two, but I think it will mainly be on the cloudy side, Grace, and winds should not be an issue.
Thank you so much. Getting to our top story here in this half hour happening today, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg is set to unveil his proposed city budget for the upcoming fiscal year. The presentation begins at 4 p.m. in Metro Council chambers and will outline his administration's priorities and funding plans. Last year, Greenberg proposed a $1.1 billion budget focused on public safety, affordable housing, homelessness, and early education, supported by American Rescue Plan funds and record investments across the city. The Jefferson County Board of Education will hold a special meeting tonight to review candidates in the search for a new JCPS superintendent. The district says tonight's discussion could possibly lead to an appointment for the position. Current district leader Dr. Marty Polio announced his retirement last year. The district is working to have a replacement in place by July. Tonight's meeting starts at 5 at the Van Hoos Education Center on Newburgh Road. Changes could be coming to a years-long payment agreement between Churchill Downs and JCPS. The yearly funding for the school district that comes from the racetrack is at risk of being taken away. WHAS11 senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez has the details.
A years-long agreement requiring Churchill Downs make annual payments in place of property taxes to JCPS could be in jeopardy. Former JCPS board member Sam Corbett reacting to Metro Council's bipartisan proposal to instead invest these millions of dollars into the city's budget.
Based upon what I'm hearing and the fact that JCPS is facing some pretty serious potential budget issues going forward, then that $1 million does become more significant.
It's part of a plan to extend the deal to exempt the historic racetrack from property taxes for another 30 years. When pressed about his support for the proposal, Mayor Craig Greenberg, a businessman by trade, calling this a long-term win for the city and JCPS.
New jobs are going to be created. Those individuals will be buying homes. They will help increase other property tax values that will go up.
In a statement, a JCPS spokesperson telling us they're reviewing the proposal's impact and that they have not been part of any discussions related to changing the terms of the current agreement with Churchill Downs.
For a school district that large, they need all of the money they can get.
Louisville Urban League Chief Lyndon Pryor acknowledges some may view this tax revenue as drops in the bucket for a school district with a nearly $2 billion budget, but he says every dollar lost is critical.
We sit in a context right now where public education is under attack. It is under attack from Frankfurt, it is under attack from the United States government. And so again, putting any dollar in jeopardy for public education is a problem.
Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
Now, Metro Council still has to hear and vote on the resolution. It comes as Churchill Downs announced it's pausing nearly $1 billion in multi-year construction projects, including an overhaul of the iconic infield, citing trade and tariff disputes. The track says it'll reevaluate timing in the coming months, but it also announced new work on the Finish Line Suites and the mansion set to be complete in 2026. A man is facing charges in connection to a deadly triple shooting in Portland earlier this month. Cody Wharf was arrested last week. Police say on April 8th, 2 men and a woman were found shot dead inside a house on Griffiths Avenue, a few blocks from Boone Square Park. Court documents show Wharf was a known fugitive out of Floyd County, Indiana. On April 12th, detectives were tailing Wharf, who was driving to a home on Hill Street when officers tried to pull him over. Wharf allegedly fled from police in his car and crashed into a detective's car as well as a parked car. Court documents say the crash caused serious damage to both vehicles. LMPD says Wharf then ran from police on foot but was eventually captured. Wharf allegedly gave police a fake name and address before trying to run from them again after he was handcuffed. Wharf is facing multiple other charges, including escape, giving false information, and fleeing police. He's expected in court today at 9. A man found guilty of shooting and killing 2 people in 2020 is asking for a new trial. Milan Harris was convicted of killing Antonio Lucas and Daniel Key Jr. Both were found dead in a car in the Smoketown neighborhood on New Year's Eve 2020. Attorneys now say the court made several errors, including an anonymous tip which pointed to another person having actually committed the crime. Attorneys say the defense was never shown that during pretrial and could not adequately prepare to defend Harris without the information. As of now, Harris is scheduled to be sentenced on June the 9th. 5th Street in downtown back open this morning after a gas leak. Emergency Services says yesterday afternoon a gas pipe broke in the basement of a building between Jefferson and Market Streets. Crews blocked off the street and had people avoid the area while that was being fixed. More than 100 volunteers from local businesses and the community will roll up their sleeves today to help clean up downtown. The Louisville Downtown Partnership says it's hosting the event from 1:30 to 4:30 this afternoon, and it's part of the group's annual spring cleaning to brighten up downtown streets ahead of the Kentucky Derby.